World in Words. It's something that we do on the show every 6 months to a year. Is just kind of check in with the language and see if there's anything that we need to know.
Well, apparently there's a lot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
World in Words today.
We're talking about another Gen Z expression. I learned about this for the first time less than 12 hours ago.
Oh, interesting. Love the honesty, too.
And it's a diss. It's a diss on millennials, really. So the word is, I'll spell it and then I'm going to ask Steve, because I already know, we kind of said it out loud, but we'll see how Steve pronounces it.
Okay.
CHEUGY.
CHEU.
G-Y.
Ah, yes. This is chuggy.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. So when you hear the word chuggy, what's the vibe of this word? What does it feel like? What connotation do you think this sound holds?
I'm reminded of a soft cookie.
Oh, like chewy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good, positive then.
I feel good. It's chuggy. I mean,
It's like chewy and gooey at the
yeah,
same
so
time.
it's neither euphonic nor cacophonic. Euphonic means like nice sounding words. Cacophonic means harsh to the ear. It's neither euphonic nor cacophonic. Chuggy, because it has both elements,
it
right?
does. It does.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I'm supposed to feel, but
Okay.
it feels fun.
So it's not a bad word then for you.
Kate, do you feel any negative connotation to this pronunciation?
Well, I already read a couple of, not articles, but some stuff that, some
Yeah.
celebrities had mentioned. I know Hilary Duff kind of made a big spiel about it very recently through her social media. And so I kind of already know what it means.
Oh.
Well, apparently this word started because there was somebody who wanted to say like, oh, it's out of style, it's blah, it's not trendy, but didn't have the perfect word for it. So they were like, oh, it's like chuggy. And they thought that this word sort of summed up that vibe.
Okay.
But that's what it means, to be out of trend, like old.
Oh, like fleek.
That is
That is
chuggy.
chuggy.
Fleek is a chuggy term.
So chuggy.
You are chug
Yeah.
I am chug?
You're chug.
for using fleek.
Yeah.
But I was explaining that fleek is chug.
There are less
Listen.
there are less
explain-
chuggy examples.
Saying that fleek is chug doesn't make one chug.
You can argue all you want.
Yeah, it was a chuggy example. But yeah, so apparently Gen Z, there's some things that millennials do that they are just like, oh, that's chuggy.
Oh no, I don't feel good about this anymore. Because because it's not the boomers.
No.
It's the Gen Zs. It's the millennials talking about the Gen Zs.
No, it's the Gen Zs talking about the millennials.
Oh, the millennials are already being attacked for being old.
We're always being attacked by Gen Z. Come on.
Well, how does it feel, millennials?
At least we're still in the conversation.
Right.
No, but there's a lot of things, and apparently this list gets updated like every week of what is considered chuggy.
So when a millennial tries to say something like cool or trendy,
Or she.
right? Basically, the last 2 hours of this show.
Yeah.
I was being major
Then
chug.
the Gen Zs would be like, that's super chug.
Yep, super chug.
Oh, you can even say it in that like California surfer dude kind of accent.
Chug,
That's
man.
super chug, bro.
That example is chug.
The surfer vibes.
This isn't chug, it's Jonas Blue. Rise. So we learned before the break that something that is out of date is chuggy.
Yeah.
Okay. And that can refer to terminology, fashion styles,
Yes.
anything.
But I have to accentuate the point. It can't be too old. It has to be like, it just sort of,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I get it. It's not like retro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't say some fashion thing from like the 1980s is chug.
Exactly.
Because it's too old.
So,
It has to be recent,
Yeah.
but also not cool anymore.
exactly. So it's a diss, like I said earlier, on stuff that millennials like.
Okay, so what do we do now then?
All right, so I have a quiz, sort of kind of related to Gen Z lingo, Gen Z culture, whatever it is.
I like it.
Yeah.
How old are the Gen Zs? We're talking teenagers to early 20s?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that about hits it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We're so old, I don't even know. I know. Okay, so let's start off easy. So you guys know what Karens refer to, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like that entitled, condescending, typically very privileged woman who sort of is just embarrassing and does bad
white
things.
woman specifically.
Typically white privileged women, yeah. Well, what is the name then that people use or Gen Z uses to refer to that perfect girl that everybody wants to be?
Oh, kind of like an but it's like an English term.
엄친딸, but
딸,
yeah.
So what did you both say?
엄친딸?
So 엄마 친구의
딸 or
딸.
아들.
Aha.
So that perfect,
Yeah.
daughter of your mom's friend.
엄마 친구 딸.
It's always that perfect friend of a mom, like the daughter of a mom's friend who's always good at everything that you always get
Yeah.
compared to.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But this one has a slightly less negative connotation, I think. Like,
Okay.
we like this person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jessica Alba.
So the name would
No.
be Jessica?
Yeah.
Not an actual person.
Focus, Steve. Jessica, no.
Oh, it's not an actual person.
It's
No,
just
no,
a
no.
name.
Kind of like how Karen
Yeah.
is like a general term, but it
I
doesn't
see.
refer to a specific
I
person.
don't know. I have no idea.
So think about girl names. That's sort of a classic common name. But
Claire.
oh, no.
No.
Interesting, though.
Do
Interesting.
you know the answer, Kate?
No, I don't. I'm trying to think like what's a name that's very likable.
Yeah. But kind of common as well.
Lisa?
Nope.
Julia.
No, you
No.
guys are like
Way
That's
off.
interesting because these are not names I would associate with this image.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Very likable.
Oprah.
No,
Everybody loves Oprah.
I'm not going to give the answer though, because I do believe we want our listeners to participate. So you guys, our listeners, are free to send in what you think is that perfect girl name as well.
Okay. So we'll save that answer for a little later.
Yeah, one more question though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this one. So this is very common on TikTok. When a guy has a towel or a shirt on his head, what does this mean?
What does it represent?
Yeah,
A towel or a shirt?
over his head.
It means that he has recently showered.
Nope. On the TikTok platform, we see a lot of guys upload videos doing this.
Just placed over, like the towel just placed on
placed
top.
over his head.
Okay, or a t-shirt
Or a
on
t-shirt.
his head. What does that mean? Is he otherwise shirtless?
No.
Oh, so he's wearing a
Yeah.
shirt with a shirt on his head.
Yes.
God, I'm drawing a blank.
I can't even fathom a guess as to what that might
No,
represent.
I'm kind of trying to wrap my mind as to why would that even mean something.
Okay. Okay, so here you go. We'll hear a word from our sponsors in just a moment, but you can answer both of these questions. Number one, what is the name? It's a women's name that is now with the Gen Zs. It represents like the perfect girl. And then number two, when a guy on TikTok has a t-shirt on his head or a towel placed on his head, what does that represent?
What is he doing?
Yeah, send in your answers while we get a quick word from our sponsor. All right, so let's start with the women's name that represents the perfect girl. One's
Yes.
guessed Mary. Baltazar guessed Teresa. I'm gonna guess that Mary, maybe Mary. Is that right?
It's not right.
It's not right. Teresa. No, that doesn't feel right.
It doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Lisa.
688 is Lisa right?
No, it's not.
6883 says Becky.
Yeah.
Is that it?
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
No, isn't Becky the term to like that's more similar to like a Karen?
Is it? I've
no
not heard it
idea.
used. Yeah.
Should I give you guys the first letter?
Just give us the answer,
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay, the answer is Heather.
Heather.
What do you guys think about that name, though?
Yeah, it's a nice name. it's common, I guess. You don't hear it. You don't seem to hear it as much as you used to.
No, I don't think that I know any Heathers.
My best friend from high school is named Heather, and she was just that beautiful, likable girl that everybody liked.
My girlfriend in high school was named Heather.
There you
Was
go.
she also beautiful and everybody loved her?
She was. She was a volleyball
See?
player too.
Oh, see?
Very pretty.
Oh.
Heather, if I were to have a daughter, I would name her Heather.
Would you really?
Well, I'm not having a daughter, so I'm okay to say that.
If I did, then I would, but I'm not, so I won't.
Moot.
Moving on. Question
Yes.
number 2. The T-shirt on the head represents.
Yes.
Juan's cat says he's dyeing his hair.
Like if I were to sort of like somehow put a twist on it, I would say that you're not completely off.
Oh, really?
But, it's like a real sort of a reach.
It's a very loose connection.
Yeah, basically, guys who do that, they're role playing as girls. So it represents hair. But so if the second you see a guy with like a towel or a shirt over his head, he's making fun at women or pretending to be a woman, or you know what I mean? Steve looks confused.
For the funk. Oh, it represents a wig.
Yeah, or like
Kind
hair.
of,
Yeah.
Okay. Here's Conan Gray. Heather. All right. Give us another question
All right.
that we're probably going to get wrong.
All right. And by the way, that song, Conan Gray's Heather, was what inspired that expression.
Oh, yes, right.
Yeah.
So that song, Conan Gray, I'm not familiar with that artist, but that particular song that you just
Yes.
heard is the song that inspired the Gen Zs to start referring to this idealistic, this perfect woman as Heather.
Yep. There's a lyric that says, I wish I were Heather.
Okay.
So that's where it
So
comes
I guess used it in a sentence, you would like look at a beautiful woman and just say, "Oh, wow, she's such a Heather."
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Let's go with the easy one. How's this?
Okay.
This is pretty easy, okay? To emphasize, done deal, no more reason to talk about it, agreed upon, end of story, we would say period, right?
Yes.
But Gen Z adds a letter now to period. What letter is it?
Z. Because it represents the S sound, but it also represents their generation.
Nice answer, but
Periods.
I will say it's only in text that they write this. In person, they don't pronounce this letter. This is like the most quiet I've ever heard Steve.
Kate?
I know. Period.
Kate, you should know that.
Just because I know some words doesn't mean I'm not Gen Z. Oh.
All right, the answer?
Yeah.
Period T.
Okay, why?
I think it started off as a typo from like a big company's Twitter account or something.
There's something else that...
So kind of like Fina, it's a
Yeah,
typo
yeah,
that
sort
ended up
of.
becoming super popular.
But it's period T now. So whenever it's used the same way as the word period or the expression period is. Like I would never go out with you, period. But now when they type it, they say period T.
But when they type it out, PERIODT.
Yeah.
And maybe it's like an emphasis, like period.
But you don't pronounce it
Oh,
apparently.
that's good. That's good.
It's good? You like that?
I like that.
No, but if you pronounce it, then everyone knows you're not Gen Z. No Gen
I
Z.
would never go... I'm not going out with you, period.
No.
That makes us chuggy.
That's
Don't do
chuggy.
that.
I was supporting you.
I don't want to be called a
Support is
chew.
chuggy.
All right.
Another one?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you multiple choice this time.
Okay.
To say, oh, wow, that's like a cool sense of style, you would say cool blank, right? Number 1, frost. Number 2, drip. Number 3, crust.
Oh,
Sorry.
I think I know.
Wait. Frost. Sorry, wait. What? One more time.
To say that, this refers to a sense of style. So if somebody walks in wearing something cool, you'd be like, hey, cool blank.
Cool blank.
So the blank is number 1, frost.
Yeah.
Number 2, drip.
Drip.
Number 3, crust.
Yeah, I know this one.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, it's a form of coffee.
Ah, yes.
Drip.
He does know that one. Yes, it's drip. Did you know it, Kate?
Yeah, I did. I only knew it because of an episode of SNL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but how did you know that, Steve?
Yeah, I didn't know this.
Well, first of all, thanks. I probably saw it in some movie and it just, in this list of 3 things. If you had asked me that question without giving me options, I wouldn't have known, but drip stood out. I think I heard it somewhere.
I see.
I don't know how to use it though. So like you walk in the room, Angie, and you have like a nice sweater on or a nice top like you do today. And then I say, oh, drip top.
No, it's used as, it's not an adjective. It's the noun, I guess. So you would say, nice. She snorted.
Yeah, that's when you know Kate really is enjoying herself when she snorts.
You say nice drip or cool drip.
How do you know what I'm talking about?
You just do.
That's the whole vibe. Like,
That's-
you just know.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's not me complimenting her only on her
One
shirt.
thing, yeah.
That's like just the whole.
That's why I said it means sense of style.
Got
Yeah.
it. Nice drip.
Or you can say, like, you got that drip.
Oh, is that what they say? Like, what if you have like a runny nose? Like, you got that drip.
Double meaning.
Double.
Double
You got a
meaning.
good sense of style, but
The-
you have a runny nose.
Double entendre.
Period.
All right. Let's see what.